I am telling you, the best thing that you can do in this life is fall in love with who you are. Sit down and start asking God to reveal to you how He sees you. Get a journal and just really start thinking about what makes you unique. What are your gifts? What do you love about yourself? Like, get just become obsessed with yourself. And when you do that, everything else fall into place. When you show up as your most authentic self, the people will come, the opportunities will come. Can't no one take anything from you because you've built everything off of from an authentic standpoint. Your foundation is authentic. It's true, and one person that I admire and I love them, like I love their content, I've been following them for years, is Aaliyah Face. And I was just watching, someone posted her on their story. She was just speaking on a panel and she speaks about her personality, how the reason why her fan base or her support, I wouldn't say fan base, but the reason why her community is so strong is because of her personality. And if you hear singing, my sister's in the shower, don't mind that. But she talks about how she didn't do anything special. She just was showing up as herself. And the people love that. Yes, people have stuff to say, people judge her, whatever. But overall, the love outweighed the hate, period. And that's because from day one, Aaliyah has always shown up as herself. So that's why she gets the opportunities she gets. That's why her life is the way it is. And as a girly who wants to speak on panels as well, wants to continue to grow my community, continue my content creation journey, when I started to show up as myself, speaking about the things that I enjoy, the things that I care about, that is truly when I began to grow my following. That is when I began to receive certain opportunities. And just watching Aaliyah and other creators who are out here just thriving within their career, most importantly, thriving within their gifts, because she also talks about how that's a gift of hers to be, authentic, how she's very personable. That's a gift. But just seeing that just lit a fire within me to continue to show up, like just continue to be me. It just inspired me so much. And I hope that this video inspires you and it helps you realize that the quicker you fall in love with yourself, show up in your truth, and just be authentic, everything that is meant for you is going to fall in line. I promise you. Drop the fake identity. Do not worry about those who don't love you, those who hate you. Focus on those who support you. Show up for them, and then watch everything that you desire just fall into your lap.
Hi guys, welcome back to Claire's Archives. Today we are in for another interesting topic. Being you is your superpower. Your life will start to improve. The opportunities will start coming in. The people that align with you will start coming in when you are yourself. It all starts with authenticity, something that is so rare in today's world. Everybody wants to be following trends. Everybody wants to be in the latest clothes, the latest shoes, the latest devices, the latest technology. Everybody wants to be up to date and nobody wants to be themselves anymore. So imagine now you decide to be yourself in a world full of artificial people. You will automatically, simply, easily stand out. So this is a reminder to never be afraid, and don't be afraid to be yourself. Whether you have a different fashion sense, whether you have a different dream or goal for your life, be you, do you, for you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
The amount of fucking time that I wasted being some watered down, hyper cautious version of myself because I was terrified of what people would say behind my back or to my face, or what failures might accumulate if I was myself, basically, if I did the things unfiltered that I thought I wanted to do. It goes back to middle school, probably even elementary school, of being so caught up and fixated on trying to fit in with the right people. And then it came to the content. I didn't make the page for so long because I was so scared of what people would think. And I want to say the right thing to get you to flip that switch to not give a fuck, but ultimately only you can do that. But when I'm just here to tell you that when I flipped that switch and I truly did not give a fuck what anybody thought, and I just said, I'm going to be my authentic self because that's what I want to be and that's what makes me happy. That's when everything changed for me. When I said the things that I would otherwise have filtered in the past. When I did the things I didn't do because I was scared of what people might think, like make a fucking TikTok about health and fitness and all the things that I like. Everything got better for me. The right people came into my life because you attract what you emit. I started emitting who I wanted to be, and people that I wanted to be around came into my life. The people that weren't supposed to be there, yeah, maybe I don't talk to them as much, or we cut each other off or whatever, but ultimately it was for the best, and I don't regret that at all. The thing that did it for me was ultimately remembering that I was going to die. And yes, I talk about that all the time. I've made multiple videos, so you're probably tired of hearing it. But it's a really sobering thought. And when you're close to it, when you see someone you love and care about be faced with their own mortality, their own mortality, it really shifts your perspective on things. And I firmly believe that the most important thing that we can have in this life is improvements in our perspective or unique perspectives on novel situations. And so remembering that I was going to die one day and that none of this was going to matter, and that at the end of the day, nobody's really thinking about me or worried about me, because they're far too worried thinking the things that I thought about myself in themselves as well. They're worried what everybody thinks about them. So I just set this up to yap, but do what the fuck you want to do. Life is short, okay? I love you.
The more you find yourself, the more the life that you want will find you. I don't think y'all heard that. The more you find yourself is the more the life you want will find you. So during the time of that season, during the time of me going through that, I honestly thought to myself, everything that I wanted in life, I was chasing. I just wanted it so bad. I was just chasing nonstop, exhausting myself, exhausting my mind, and exhausting my soul. But for some reason, God just said, be still for a second. Get your mind right first. Because everything that you want, you cannot chase. Everything that you want, you need to attract. Everything that you want, you need to believe that you are going to get it by any means necessary. And during that time of me hearing that and getting that download, I needed to share with you guys. There are some people out there that is constantly chasing this life, that is chasing the things that they want, and forgetting that it's already signed up for you. It's already lined up for you. Everything is already in ordained steps for you. And if you just walk into every step of your life, if you just walk into every purpose of your life, you will see that your life will start to look like how you want it to look.
Do not let people think you do not belong. Because I promise you, once you sit at these tables, at these fancy places, with folks with fancy titles, and they got a big bank account, and you talk to them, and you go, oh, yeah, they ain't all that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir.
This idea that somehow they are so special, they're so smart, they're so sophisticated, not really. They've been exposed. They've been given the confidence of feeling like they belong. But if you sit down and talk to them, turns out, they're just folk.
Yep, normal people.
Normal people.
Yeah. What you always say about...
Understand who you are and what you want to be. And I know it's not a pygmy. So from this day forward, you need to be focused on who you are and what you want to be, what you want to become. And you only do things that lead to that path. You don't want to be a pygmy, you got to stop dealing with dust. You got to put yourself as a priority. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of this, mentality of a queen or a goddess. You have to not deal with anyone beneath you. You have to keep moving forward. You have to dismiss people that want to keep you down or take you backwards. And you have to keep moving. Keep moving forward. If you don't keep moving forward, you're going to get stagnant and stuck, and your self-value and your self-worth is going to stay the same or go down because you're not moving in a direction. Okay? So therefore, get the mentality that you need to level up and to have higher self-worth before you start to deal with any man. Because if a woman has low self-value, when she starts to deal with a man, she's going to believe everything he tells her and feels like she doesn't deserve more than what he's giving her, especially if it's crumbs. Okay.
What is the best advice that you could give someone?
Stay true to yourself. You have to just keep doing you. Don't stop to look around at what everyone else is doing. Be your true, authentic self, and it shines through. People notice it. Don't think they won't. They do.
That was incredible. I think that answer deserves a gold medal.
Oh my God, thank you. Well, I want to say thank you to the Barbs. This gold medal means so much to me, guys. Wow, I'm an Olympian.
I'm going to say this once and I'm going to say it loud and clear. What you lose as a result of expressing your fullest, most authentic self is not a loss, it's an alignment.
I hate when I'm grinding my socks off to really change my life and then I hear that someone got gifted a Birkin at Rema's concert. I'm not happy for you, babes. I'm not. No, all jokes aside, I am happy for her. One thing I learned about visibility and actually being yourself, she made a video saying, you guys don't want to be fans no more. You don't want to show. You just want to come in. She was screaming, Rema, I love you. And she got a Birkin bag. Let that be a lesson to you people that always want to be stush. Everywhere you go, you never want to show personality. You want to hold that bag and the arm till that arm falls off at the motive. You never want to dance. You don't want to seem like you're excited for anything. You just want to have a resting face everywhere you go. Let that be a lesson for you people, okay? That there's power in visibility. There's power in being yourself. There's power in being happy and excited. There's power in smiling and being kind to people. There's power in being joyful. Because you're telling me in a concert full of people, you are the one I see as Rema, with all these people screaming at me. That girl's energy, first of all, I've seen that girl's videos, absolutely love her transitions. I love her style, love the way she dresses, I love everything about her. I've watched her same Johnny do me to the Cynthia like 3 million times because there's something about that girl, so I completely understand why Rema picked her. And that thing is joy. She's happy. That girl's happy, like, and it radiates. So you go, sis, I'm proud of you. But let that be a lesson to the rest of us that want to do Nollywood actor, sunglasses, never want to smile. That's why you missed out on your bag.
A lot of very beautiful women have lost their natural allure and magnetism. When you compare the it girls or the video vixens from back in the day to the it girls and the video vixens now, a lot of them do not carry that same allure and magnetism. And I feel like you can blame this on capitalism. You know, because you can blame capitalism for everything. But I feel like because we now live in a world where people rather conform, they don't realize how a lot of that takes away from their allure. Like, think about it. All the beautiful video vixens back in the day, they were so beautiful because they stood next to other beautiful women who looked completely different from them. So it made them more alluring. In order to be alluring, you have to somewhat be unique, because that's what calls people into you. It's like, I wonder, how they got that chip on their tooth, or how they got that mark on their arm, or how they got that tattoo. Why they get that tattoo? Why their hair look like that? You get curious about them. When you walk in a room and 10 other people coming in behind you have the same aesthetic, the same look, the same body type, y'all be the same nigga. I'm sorry. I'm a real baddie. I had to throw that in there. But it takes away from your allure as a woman. There's nothing to be curious about, because just from looking at you, I'm already somewhat tapped into your psyche and the lifestyle that you live and the way you think of yourself. Then magnetism, a lot of the girls are simply not magnetic because they accept bullshit and they're not authentic about it. In order to be magnetic, when you walk in the room, you change the energy in the room. You have to be authentic. And we live in a world where a lot of people hide who they truly are behind the material things they're able to afford. Also, as a woman, when you accept bullshit, you start vibing low. It doesn't matter how good you dress it up. Your subconscious mind is aware that your feelings are really hurt because the man you love is disrespecting you, but he's also paying your bills. So you got to get on here and act like it doesn't bother you. Like I said, because we live in a capitalistic society where we're telling young women that it's okay to be disrespected, mistreated, and degraded as long as you're getting money, a lot of the girls do that. And yeah, to the natural eye, it looked fun. But your subconscious mind is very aware of every time you go against yourself in order for material gain. Again, you can dress it up, but baby, trauma lives in the body. And when you are just piling on so much trauma and pain and not addressing it because you're not being authentic, you want to come off a certain way, that's the energy you give off. And it's not a magnetic one. It's a competitive lack energy. I also believe this is why a lot of the girls overcompensate with being hypersexual and always being naked. But no shade. And always acting like a man. Because they don't know what it's like to be in their feminine energy and just sit back and receive. and just sit back and receive. Because in order to receive, you have to be magnetic. You have to be alluring. That is being in your divine feminine energy. And like I said, a lot of the city girl lifestyle, a lot of the mainstream lifestyles that has been being pushed on young girls is very masculine. This is why they have to work hard for that shit. You have to work. You have to keep your hair and nails done. You gotta be in the clubs. You gotta be competing with other women for these men. You have to act like you're not bothered because you are working to get the things you want. Where if you would stop accepting bullshit and start being authentic and be yourself and sit in your feminine energy, you can sit back and just receive by just being alluring and magnetic.